Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, freebets.com and Forged Irish Stout. Delighted to be joined here with the Juggernaut, Mr. Joe Joyce. Been a minute, good sir. How are you, mate?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Splendid. New year, new me, new...
I'm going with all that sort of memo.
New opportunities, new fight date, and back into camp, ready to fight again. I'm going to continue my journey to the top of the tree. There's plenty of more fights for me to win, and I'm going to start off with Kash Ali.
What was your initial reaction when Kash Ali was the opponent that was named for you?
Well, I knew that it was him and another guy, but the other guy couldn't do it, so it was him. So I kind of knew, I guess from the beginning of the year, that it was get like what date, etc. So yeah, I was ticking over Christmas a little bit and had a good time off, had plenty of time to reflect since the last fight, and yeah, ready to go again, ready to get in the ring. I've got another training camp and a goal like at the end of it. So obviously my fight date, and I'm looking to get out like maybe 2-3 times this year. There's plenty of good fights, so I'm just looking forward to.
Still in Vegas with Salas?
I'm not in Vegas for this fight. I'm back in with Steve Broughton as the head coach in the UK. Going to do my training camp here, and then get a good win against Kash Ali, and then I'll probably, for like the bigger fights, and I'll probably go back to Vegas.
You said that 2023, the back end of it, you had a lot of time to reflect. Obviously not to be for you, but like you said, snakes and ladders in boxing, and I suppose you lay Zhang, an awkward southpaw, one of the snakes that you had to face in that year. Now you sort of look back at everything. What is your reflection? I imagine disappointment, but was it difficult for you to take mentally?
Nah, I think the first fight I found a lot worse because it was, a fight I should have won, and I maybe like didn't do the things that I should have been doing, like this, like a few changes and a few mistakes that had to be corrected. And like going into the second fight, I did everything I could to get the win. Did everything in my power, and I come up short. But I threw at the same time. He hit me, he landed, and that was it. But I still felt ready to go again. Like it was only did 3 rounds, and so I was ready. I was obviously trained to do 12, so I had plenty of energy after the fight. I could have done a few more rounds sparring, but yeah, it's one of them things. Like I had in the amateurs, you could take a loss, and then there's plenty more tournaments and things. But as a pro, that coveted O is like a bigger deal. So afterwards, of course, everyone's like telling me I should retire and stuff.
How do you deal with that?
That's all right. It's
just from like hero to zero, right?
Yeah.
That's what's weird about boxing. Like you go from being the guy that beats everyone to, he should stop. Was that weird for you? That taking and understanding that?
Nah, it's something that I've seen, but this is the first time myself experiencing it firsthand, I guess, as a pro, and having my having a loss and then trying to avenge that defeat, and like I've seen it time and time again, like where people like hasn't. But then it was the best fight at the time, so yeah, I took the fight, and I thought I definitely was going to win this rematch, but then I didn't. So I don't know. Now I'm in the new year, new start, fresh year, 2024. Want to be out, want to be, get a nice win, and then there's plenty more fights. But yeah, I think Kash Ali should be he's a good fighter. He's going to have it's a great one for me to start the year with. I think he's unpredictable. He can be there's controversial stuff with the biting and stuff, but yeah, I think it's good. It'll be a good fight, and I'm looking forward to and it's good to have a training camp and an end goal, which is the fight.
Lots going on in the heavyweight division in Saudi Arabia. We saw Daniel Dubois with a win last time out, a career best. Joseph Parker as well. Do you want to see yourself in rematches with both of those guys?
Yeah, they certainly raised my stock in their performances, guys. I beat. So yeah, it's it'd be probably easy to make a rematch with either one of them, and that would definitely put me back in there into contention for the titles.
Just a few more quick ones. Do you have any message to the people that are doubting you and almost writing you off after your 2 defeats to Zhang?
Not really. Like try and do some of the things I've done, and but you can't. You're just watching. So, but like, it's it's entertainment. So I'm in to bring entertainment, and like either I win or I lose. But I prefer to win and get the titles and go like that.
2 quick predictions from me. Fury-Usyk, undisputed fight, obviously next month, and then in March we see Joshua-Ngannou. How do you see those 2 fights going?
Wow. Yeah. So it's 2 big fights. Obviously the Usyk and Fury fight, or Fury-Usyk, whichever way. It's been it's been scheduled to take place for a long time. So now it's finally happening. We're gonna finally see who's like number 1. And I think styles make fights, but so I'm not sure. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm not sure which way I'm going until the fight starts, and because Fury's got longer range, Usyk throws more punches. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great fight. Joshua-Ngannou, that's is equally as good. Like obviously it's not the one that we've been waiting for so long, but it's an interesting fight. They both hit hard, and Ngannou showed that he's as a proper fighter. He's his first fight in boxing, he fights the number one Fury, and gives him a run for his money, knocks him out, and then obviously doesn't get the decision. So, but so I think it's a good opportunity for him to show himself again what he's made of, and I think it's so up to Joshua to either put an end to him or
Do you think he does?
I don't know, man. I think it's 50-50, man. But obviously Joshua's been in boxing longer. Let's see how it goes.
Joe, top man, thank you for speaking to us at Boxing.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.